What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'm going to talk about Ramadan and how you can stay on top of your fitness goals during this month of fasting. So whether you want to try and lose a bit of weight, if you want to maintain your weight, or if you want to try and put on a few pounds, I'm going to share with you a few tips and tricks for this coming month. So don't forget to drop this video a like, subscribe, and let's get started. So Ramadan 2022, your first meal of the day will be around approximately 8 p.m. I would recommend getting some liquids in you. Drink a couple glasses of water because you will be dehydrated. You've not had any water for at least 10-12 hours. So the first thing you need to do is rehydrate yourself. Drink 2-3 glasses of water. Then I would put in some fast acting protein. Great thing to do is have a protein shake, something fast digested, just to sort of start the protein synthesis so you don't sort of burn any muscle. Then next thing I would do is put some fast acting carbs. A lot of people use dates. You can use dates or put a banana in. So the ideal thing would be a banana, some dates and a protein shake, whisk it all up and neck it down, and they're good to go. So that'll be the first meal. So when would you train over Ramadan? Ideally, you need to train sort of after your first meal. If you were to leave it to train right before your first meal, bear in mind you're not eating all day and you're not had any water, so performance in the gym is going to be compromised. You're not going to be able to lift as much, you're not going to be able to train as long or as intense, so bear that in mind. Ideally, I would train after your first meal. Get your protein, get your carbohydrates, get hydrated, give yourself about 45 minutes to an hour, then hit the gym. So when you do get to the gym, I would recommend not training as intensely as you would do if things were normal. Cut down your intensity, cut down your weight, and obviously your duration. You're not going to be able to train as hard for as long as you would if you're sort of fully hydrated and fully fed. So I would probably limit yourself to 3 to maximum 4 days a week, and cut your sessions down to 45 minutes to tops an hour. And don't forget, you've only got a short window where you can eat. First thing I would do, even whilst you're training, keep hydrated, keep drinking plenty of water. You can even have a carb drink, like an intra-workout carb drink, and sort of some BCAA, some creatine, so that will help get into your system whilst you're training. First thing I would do after training, I would put in another protein shake, put in some more fast carbs like a banana, some fruits, some dates. Then give yourself about 45 minutes, an hour. When you get home, then you can have your first big meal of the day. So that would be approximately 10:30. Have rice, have some fish, some chicken, some vegetables. So that would be your second proper food meal of the day. Then you do your prayers. Then before you go to bed, I would have something that's slow digesting, maybe some beef, sort of a slow acting sort of protein. You can throw in a bit of fat in there, potatoes, rice, vegetables. So try and get at least 3 solid meals and a couple of shakes in during that 5 or 6 hours of when you can eat. So if your goal is to sort of cut whilst Ramadan, it is going to be difficult as you are sort of restricted to sort of how many meals you can eat. And even though you are going to be dieting, you still need to eat adequate sources of protein and don't cut your calories too soon. So I would definitely use protein shakes as a source of protein. You don't want to be sort of eating too many big meals because you're going to try and cram in too much in that short space of time. So definitely use protein shakes as a source of protein. Then in between, you want your sort of lean sources of protein, obviously like chicken, fish, egg whites. They're the best sources of protein. If you are cutting down, try and stay away from sort of red meats, high calorie sort of salmon, stuff like that. So I would definitely aim to sort of keep your exercise regime. Try and do a bit of gentle exercise. You don't want to do things that's too strenuous where you are going to sort of demand sort of food and water. So first thing in the morning when you do wake up, you can go for a gentle exercise. Bear in mind it could be a 20-minute, 30-minute slow walk around the park just to sort of wake you up, get the sort of blood moving around your system, and this will help burn a bit of body fat. And try and do at least 3 to 4 weight training sessions a week. If you do want to maintain that muscle mass, and if you do want to sort of keep that shape, I would definitely advise doing some sort of weight training. You don't want to sort of have a total break away from the gym. I think that is counterproductive, and when you do come back in May, you're sort of playing catch up. So if you've been training during Ramadan, you're sort of keeping the body ticking over, and you're keeping the body moving, and you are sort of about to preserve a small amount of muscle mass. So definitely keep up your exercise routine over Ramadan. So another thing for you to think about is your sleep. You need to optimize your sleep, whether you're sort of gaining weight, losing weight. Sleep is very important, and over Ramadan, your sleep will be compromised a little bit because you will be sort of eating when you should be sleeping. Bear this thing in mind. If you are able to sleep in the daytime and have a nap, this will sort of contribute to your overall sleep. And try and get at least 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep at night. It will be a challenge, but when you're sleeping, you're releasing all the essential hormones like testosterone, growth hormone, which are essential for not only fat burning, but also muscle growth. So gaining weight over Ramadan can be done. All it requires is a bit of planning. Make sure you have sufficient amount of protein to sort of build muscle. Also, you have sufficient carbohydrates, not only to fuel your workouts, but to get you through the day. Make sure you get plenty of good fats. Good fats are essentials for hormone building. And also make sure you get all your micronutrients in. And don't forget, you've only got that short time frame to where you can eat and you can train. Optimally, you need to be training whilst you're sort of fed. I would not recommend training whilst you're fasted. So make sure you have at least some sort of protein and some carbohydrates, and your body is hydrated before you train. And like I said, you've only got that short window frame, so make sure you get at least all your calorie requirements in through them 6 or 7 hours that you are allowed to eat. And obviously you've got to maintain your training regime. Even though you won't be able to train as intense, you still will be able to maintain some sort of degree of muscle mass and strength. Definitely lower your intensity, lower your weight load. I would definitely eat around training. First meal, like I said earlier, get your protein shake in, get hydrated, have some fast acting source of carbohydrates, give yourself 45 minutes, and whilst you're training, you can have your intra-workout carbs, essential amino acids, creatine, etc. So this will all help whilst you train. And I've done this before when you sort of have been fasting a long time and you sort of train, you get the fluids in you and you get the sugars and stuff. You do get a great pump, utilize all these nutrients whilst you're training in the gym. So another thing I would definitely recommend while sort of training over Ramadan, and if you are trying to build muscle, is to focus more on the larger compound exercises. You don't want to spend hours in the gym just training biceps and calves and stuff like that. Stick to the major compound exercises. So for chest, say, do your barbell bench presses, your machine presses, Smith machines. Shoulders, do your overhead presses, your sort of lateral raises. For back, pull downs, rows, deadlifts. And you're going to get more bang for your buck in that hour sticking to these major compound exercises as you would if you were just to do loads of cable work or isolation work. And don't forget, you're only in the gym for a limited amount of time because you will be hungry. Once you've trained, you want to feed your body as fast as possible. So bear these things in mind. So take all these things into consideration. Training over Ramadan isn't going to be optimal, but it can be done. And if you talk away some of these points that I've given you today, you can sort of stay on top of your training gains. Don't use Ramadan as a total time to sort of get away from the gym. If you are serious about your training, I would definitely maintain some sort of exercise routine, whether it be a 20-30 minute walk in the morning, hitting the gym 2-3 times a week, hitting all over body workout, keep your body moving, keep the blood pumping around your system, and sort of utilize all these foods that you will be eating in the night time, and then you're good to go. So thanks for watching this video today, and hope I've been able to give you a few ideas and tricks to help you get you through fasting this month. And as always, don't forget to drop this video a like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care.
Thank you.